Good morning, church. Pastor John has asked me to share the Friday devotionals with you guys going forward, kind of like Glenn and Josh. I'm hoping you're all doing well and staying inside and staying away from others and staying healthy. What I want to share for a little bit about today is I want to talk about peace and about God being in control. I talked about this with the youth quite a bit, and for those of you who don't know, if you're tuning in and joining with us from a different church, I'm Drew Brown. I'm the youth pastor here, so I do a lot of talking about what we go over with youth. But I want my youth students, as well as other people in the church, to feel like in a time where everything is feels like it's in turmoil and the walls are crumbling around us and we don't know where to go and everything is crazy, to find peace. That God is in control, regardless of whether or not we've given him control or whether or not we feel like he is. He's in control, and he is not unprepared for the situation. And so I've been trying to speak peace and comfort and knowing that God is over this. And so I want to go into Psalm 139 today. This is a chapter that is very near and dear to me. My mom instilled this in me growing up. I tried to live by this, constantly knowing that God is in control. But I'm only going to go through a couple different verses. But it says, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me up behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, and I cannot attain it." We're at a time where everything just seems like it's up in the air right now. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in a couple of weeks. For people like me who stress about little things of what are we going to do to find some type of normal and need to be doing something constantly, we don't have any answers. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen come August. And so it just feels like there's so much anxiety that's built up, and we don't know where we're going to go next. And what we need the most right now is to find peace. For some of us, it's been being able to spend that time with our family. For some of us, it's been able to know that we have financial security through our jobs. But there's other people who don't have that financial security, and the people who don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with paychecks and how they're going to feed their family. And so we have to speak peace over those people. And this says that God knows what's going on. God knows what's going to happen. It's not like this COVID-19 stuff popped up and he was like, oh, I don't know how to handle this. He is in control. He was in control at the beginning of time. He'll be in control at the end of time. And we have to lean into that and know that this is bigger than anything that we can handle, and that we have to concentrate on him. Josh talked a little bit about in his devotional on Wednesday about the church as being more than just a place. It's a people group. Well, God is still the God of the church, and God is still the God of people, and we have to lean in and really do our part speaking peace. We can't be people that are spewing out fear. We can't be people who don't know where we stand. Christ knows every day what is going to happen with us, and we do have free will to make our choices, but God is in control, and he is going to keep his hand upon us. If you go ahead and go to verse 16, it talks about, your eyes saw my unformed substance, and your book were written every one of them in the days that were formed for me, when as yet there were none of them. God knew who we'd turn out to be and the things we'd go through before the beginning of time. And that has to give me peace, and it gives me comfort knowing that God is not putting me through a situation that he wasn't aware of. Nothing is new to God, and my job is to sit back and rely on him. This is a time where, as a church, we have to really rely on God to get us through. It's really easy to rely on God when we want to or when we think it's convenient. But right now, we have to go to God, because there's nothing as humans right now that we can do other than pray and seek out his face to deal with our situation. So as you go about this week and as you go into the weekend and church looks different and jobs look different, understand that God is not new to this situation. This is not something that he is not well equipped to handle. He is the God of time. He's the God of he's God over the doctors. He's God over the nurses. He's God over disease. He has all things with his hand upon them, and he's in control. So make sure as we go through that we're speaking peace to others and being that light as the church to others, and making sure that we're doing our part in this and staying away from others and our social distancing. But I pray that that as we go about our weekend, that we would lean into God and know that He is in control and there's nothing new to Him. You have a great day.